to the Parks and Rec Show. My name is Mary Rapoza. I'm the Director of Parks, Recreation, and Beaches for the City of New Bedford. Today we'll be visiting Ashley Park, where we have some programming going on. We'll also be going to Riverside Park and to Dias Field. We've been fortunate to be able to do a variety of improvements in parks throughout the city this summer. Some of those improvements were funded by grants, including the Community Development Block Grant, the Community Preservation Act funds, and also some state funds through the Park Access Grant. I hope that you enjoy the show. Thank you for viewing. Well, we are here at Ashley Park, and there's a lot going on. This summer's been very tricky with the COVID-19, and so we've had to make quite a few accommodations to our programming. But we were able to continue to offer a wide variety of offerings for families and individuals. So today here at Ashley Park, we have the New Bedford Symphony Orchestra providing some background music. We also have a STEAM program, part of our Full Steam Ahead program, working with some youth around the corner, and today they're making ping pong cannons, so that'll be fun to take a look at that in a little while. And in addition, this is one of our summer food lunch sites, and as I mentioned, we've had to make some accommodations this year to encourage folks to do social distancing and to wear masks, but we've been pretty creative and we have been able to offer a wide variety of programming. I'm going to be joined shortly by Dave Pont. He's our recreation manager, and he can give you more information about the programs we've offered this summer, the programs we'll be offering this fall, and how you can find out more information about those. So Dave, maybe you can tell us a little bit about some of the accommodations you've had to make this year with recreational program. I know we did some in-person programming in the parks this summer.
Sure, it's been a challenge, but we've taken everything outside that we possibly could do. So we're doing yoga at West Beach, and our most popular program is our Youth United summer program for kids. And what we've done is we've split up the program to be in different parts of the city. So we have different activities running at both Riverside Park and Ashley Park. And we've had to change some of the activities. We've also added some virtual programming for STEAM education for kids. And so we offered 2 of those programs as well. And it seemed to go pretty well. We've had some awesome instructors, and the kids have had a lot of fun.
So that's really different than what we've normally done for Youth United, which was more like a camp setting. So this is more of a drop-in program?
Yes, so you can drop in on site, or you can register online at nbprb.com, and you're able to just commit to one day instead of the full program. So whatever fits your schedule, we can accommodate you.
And the programming is all free for families, correct?
Absolutely. It's no charge for the kids at all, and it's just a great time.
So Dave, you mentioned that we had some really great instructors this year for Youth United. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about who they are and what they were doing.
Yeah, we had 4 main activities that ran at both parks, and to start off, we had Vanita Singh from the Yoga Guru, who was had a studio down at the Kilbourne Mills, and she was working with the kids, introducing them to yoga and flexibility work. And then we also had Tim Alfonso, who's a physical education instructor with the New Bedford Public Schools, and he did fitness fun here at Ashley Park. And also we have Donna Bosworth, who's a world champion karate instructor, and she did basically an introduction to martial arts for kids and self-defense to protect themselves against bullying and stranger danger and things like that. And then our final instructor was Norman Meltzer, who's our certified strength and conditioning coach for New Bedford High Public Schools, and he's the strength coach for their varsity programs over there. So a great wealth of experience for all these kids to take advantage of.
Yeah, that sounds great. And today here at Ashley Park, we have a full steam ahead offering that's part of Youth United. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about what's happening here today.
Yeah, one of our virtual program vendors for the Youth United also doing some hands-on work here at the park called Wicked Cool for Kids. And that's their instructor, Linda, over there, and she is doing a ping pong cannon STEAM education program right now.
That's great. These kids look like they're really into it. Right now you can see the summer food program folks are setting up to distribute the free lunches. And again, this summer we've had to make accommodations, but we wanted to ensure that all of our food insecure families had access to healthy lunches throughout the summer. And so we've incorporated some social distancing measures, and we're doing a grab and go. So that means you pick up the meal and you can take it home with you. We are not able to do activities on site as we do in the past, but this year we put together activity bags with online instruction to go with the activity bags on our Facebook page. And we are also giving away books, and Gifts to Give donated 10,000 books to us this summer to distribute to New Bedford families. And so we've been distributing those through the lunch program all summer as well. And so we've been really keeping busy and ensuring that our families have activities and healthy food, and we are, getting through the summer as best we can with the accommodations that we've had to make for COVID. So we will be coming back shortly with more exciting presentations, specifically around park improvements that we've made this summer. And we'll be at Rivers End Park, and then we'll be heading over to Dyers Field so that you can see some of those improvements. So we'll be back shortly. We're here at Rivers End Park off of Wood Street and Tarkin Hill Road on River Road in the north end of New Bedford. This is a riverfront park that was designed in 2013 by Nature Explore. It's a really unique park in that this park was designed to give kids the opportunity to have a hands-on experience with natural materials and hopefully to develop an affinity to our natural world. The park was designed in 2013 and Phase 1 was implemented shortly thereafter. I'm here with Val Coster, the new Assistant Project Manager in the Department of Parks, Recreation and Beaches. And Val, this is the first project you really got to spend some time managing, so maybe you can tell us a little bit about some of the improvements that happened during Phase 2.
Yes, that'll be my pleasure. So as Mary said, my name is Val Costa. I'm the new Assistant Project Manager for the Park Department. Some of the improvements for this park, I'll start with my favorite, which was this spider web. This playground piece, I think it fits perfect with the nature theme of the park when it comes to the materials and then the theme itself of the climbing structure. So like I say, it's a spider web, and the materials are rubinia. So it's made out of a rubinia, the post. And it's a perfect fit for this park, as we wanted to go with all natural materials, and it also matches the water play feature that we have on that spot, which is also made of rubinia, so all natural for this park.
Maybe you can tell us a little bit about the water play feature, because that's a really different type of water play feature than we have in any other park.
Yes, it's pretty unique. Unlike most splash pads that we have, this water play feature allows the kids to hands-on play with running water and standing water at the same time. And like I said, it's all natural materials.
Thanks. And this is a popular spot for lunches and for fishing. And so we did make some improvements to the patio area as well. Maybe you can talk about what some of the things that we did over there.
Sure. So for the patio area, since it's a really popular picnic spots for people, whether they're on break or just general park users, so what we were thinking of is to provide a friendly area for people to have their lunch. So we added a 18 feet by 30 feet shade to that area, along with 4 picnic tables. Each picnic table has an associated 2 to 3 benches, and the materials for the benches are large wood. Again, going back to the nature theme of the park.
Thanks. And we added some plant materials. Some of the trees were put in phase 1, but this phase we also added some additional trees as well as some perennials, and the perennials are there to help define some of the play spaces. And all the plant material in the park is native plant material, and we generally try to use native plant material on our public properties, and that's for a couple of reasons. One is that native plant material is very resilient. This is the habitat that it's designed for, and so it doesn't require as much watering, and it also is plant material that the native insects and birds and other animals identify with, and it provides some food for them and some shelter. And so we try to use native plant material as much as possible, and native plant material can be really beautiful. I mean, as seen with the birch and the magnolia here that we have planted. The playground is a unique playground, as I said, and so some of the play areas are they're mostly open-ended and free play, including a log to climb on, a double-decker structure that is designed for kids to use however they think. So maybe it's a pirate ship or maybe it's a house. And we also have a little stage, and I've seen kids doing gymnastics on there. And so it's really designed for kids to really be creative in how they interact with the materials. So, Val, we also did quite a few other projects. I know we worked with the folks over at Housing and Community Development on Beauregard Pina and Baby Kenny Totlaw, and those playgrounds both got complete makeovers. And we're continuing the improvements at Hazelwood Parks. We had some improvements there, and you got to work on some improvements over at Buttonwood Park and Dias Field.
Yes. Especially Dias Field, I think that's the project I had most hand on, from picking the materials, and scheduling construction and whatnot. So the scoreboard at Dias Field, also we added a shade, a picnic table, and a trash bin, and a new bleacher for the diamond.
So we'll be heading over to Dias Field in our next segment, and then you'll get a full picture of all the improvements that were made there. We'll also be interviewing Adam Hart, the city engineer who worked on that project with Val. So we're really excited to have you on board, Val, and I know it's been a hectic summer, but park projects are good, right? That's what we're here for. So thank you for being such a great new addition, and I'm hoping you're having as much fun as we're having you here.
Thank you, I sure am. I mean, it's been amazing. The past 6 months, it's been amazing. I mean, people at the department are wonderful to work with. People at DPI are also wonderful and easy to work with. Really great communication. I mean, it's been a wonderful experience overall. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm here at Dias Field with Adam Hart from the Department of Public Infrastructure. Adam is an engineer in that department, and with Val Costa from the Department of Parks, Recreation and Beaches. We've done some major renovations here of one of the public diamonds at Dias Field. The funding for that project came from the Community Preservation Act, and we're really pleased that they are supporting all these great projects in our parks. This is an exciting project, not only because we've rehabbed a public diamond that we can now permit, but also because we've used some really innovative lighting and scoreboard features here at the park. And I'm going to hand this over to Adam, and he's going to tell you a little bit about the renovations we made to the diamond, and then he and Val will talk us through some of the great improvements that we've made with the lighting and the scoreboard.
Good morning. I'm Adam with the Department of Public Infrastructure, here to talk to you about the Dias Field improvements. We've actually redid the whole infield with some stone dust for better playing for the baseball field. And then we've also redone the backstop and bleachers and benches to make the playing experience a lot better. We had our contractor come in here and regrade the whole field to improve everything about this field. It came out really nice.
This improved diamond is available for public permitting. I'm going to have Val tell you a little bit about how you can get a permit to get some league play or just pickup games out on this diamond. Val?
Thank you, Mary. The permitting process is very straightforward and affordable for any member of the community. It only costs $50 for a 4-hour block for a permit. You do have to submit queries if you have underage people on your roster, and usually we do need insurance for the permit.
So one of my favorite portions of this project were the fact that we used solar power and wind power to power some of the infrastructure on this field. And if you look behind me, you can see the one of the lights. It's actually powered by wind and solar. It has battery packs. So during the day, the solar and wind will charge it completely. And then at night, the wind will keep it going and make sure the power stays on. And they are actually controlled by an app that the city has access to. So if they do go out at the night, if we need to turn them on, if there's any issues, the city's alerted immediately, and we know what's going on. And there's actually options for improving these lights, where you can add Wi-Fi and bike charging stations if the city does want to improve the parks to that capability. Give the people playing baseball some Wi-Fi or a place to charge their bikes. They're able to do so. So I'll pass this over to Val, who was in charge of the solar scoreboard and some other infrastructure.
Yeah, so we also installed a solar scoreboard. So one of the challenges we had with this side, with bringing a scoreboard, is the lack of utilities. So we have no overhead wires, and yes, no utilities on site. So we had to go with solar, and not only that, also solar goes well with the New Bedford Resilience Plan and our commitment to green infrastructure and clean energy. So the good thing about this scoreboard is with installation, we didn't need to dig any trenches. We didn't need to bring any new utilities to the site. And we have no utility bills associated with the scoreboard, only maintenance of the solar panels and the board itself if it ever gets damaged. The board is pretty straightforward to use. We have a controller, so you can add points home to guest. It has pitch count, and like we said, it's available to any resident. It's available to the public. So right now, this kind of scoreboard and the lights, it's only available for this park, but it sets a precedent for future projects in other parks.
So an additional point to the solar lighting and solar scoreboard is that the infrastructure for this baseball field is completely off-grid. It doesn't require any electrical conduit, any meters to be run from pole to pole or to the scoreboard. It actually just is powered by the sun and wind and completely by battery, and everything is digital and wireless at this point. So there's no there's no bill for the field in the city.
The staff here at Parks, Recreation and Beaches and the Department of Public Infrastructure are always really happy when we can bring park improvements to the city residents and visitors. One of the things that we're excited about is being able to add more shade in our parks. We know that that's part of the city resiliency plan. And so here at Dias Field, one of the things that we were able to bring is a shade structure with a picnic table. So another great amenity to this field here at Mount Pleasant Street and Nauset Street. Another episode of Parks and Rec Show. We are always pleased to bring you more information about what's happening with our programming and in our parks. If you'd like to get more information, you can go to our Facebook page, the Bedford Parks, Recreation and Beaches, or visit our website, nbprb.com. Thank you. We'll see you next time.